The fight between Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi's brother and the palace of Ooni of Ife getting burnt. Here comes the real truth. Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you listening to me at this point in time. This is Real Gist Television. So, guys, thanks for coming around to my channel. I really appreciate your presence. If you've not subscribed to this channel, guys, please do click on the subscribe button. And if you're watching through Facebook, please do click on the follow button to support my page here on Facebook. And it also enables you to get notified once I post my videos. Okay, guys, so today's trending gist. This is the beautiful palace of Ooni. And guys, this particular palace is filled with a lot of buildings around it. So on Friday night, it was noted that an apartment in the palace of Ooni got burnt. That means it is just a section, not the main palace that got burnt. And according to Ooni's PA, he was the one that gave this announcement on his Facebook page. That is Mr. Moses. He decided on his own to break this news, and a lot of bloggers carried it immediately. Then Moses went ahead telling us that this particular thing happened around 11:59 p.m. So he said that it was an electricity that caused it, electrical surge that caused this particular fire outbreak. That it was only in one section, as in one part of the building, not all the palace that got burnt. I'm trying to make it specific so that a lot of things we are going to be discussing concerning what is trending right now about Naomi's brother breaking his silence on this particular fire outbreak that happened at Ooni Ife's palace. I also went ahead going to Mr. Moses' page on Facebook to screenshot this, and I left the name there for you. You can also follow him, or you can also verify this particular thing that he wrote concerning the fire outbreak. So if you want, you can also pause and read through word to word to also understand what he wrote. So going forward, guys, it seems that the palace already knew that trending gist will also start from this particular thing. So this evening, something happened on Instagram that made this particular fire outbreak stuff to start trending again. So that was why I had to refer you to what the palace believed that happened. And another thing that started to trend right now concerning this fire outbreak. So since this thing happened, a lot of people went ahead saying that Queen Naomi was the one that prayed, and this is the consequences of the effect of her prayer, or maybe that God has answered her prayer. And a lot of people also went ahead saying that it was because of Ooni married Queen Ashley. Because if you guys can remember clearly, Queen Ashley has a daughter and she was married before. Understand? So people now believe that it's because of Ooni married Queen Ashley that she is someone's wife. That was why the fire happened at Ooni's palace. Why others believe that Ooni married a lot of wives and those wives are giving him bad luck. So a lot of things surrounding this particular gist. But this evening, Gist Lover decided to look below, or will I say he snooped? Yes, he went to Queen Naomi's brother's page on Instagram and he saw what Queen Naomi's brother posted there. But guys, to tell you guys the truth, I wouldn't say this is the reason why this guy posted this, because I'm not in his mind. Since this thing happened 2 days ago, so if truly he was directing to Ooni, I think maybe he would have done that exact day, not just 2 days ago after this particular thing happened. So looking at the screen right now, this was the exact thing that Queen Naomi's brother posted. He says, sometimes when you reflect on what your abusers did to you, you can't but ask God to withdraw their peace and visit them with vengeance. So he went ahead writing his full name, as you can see there. So let's just see the interpretation that Gist Lover gave to this particular thing that Queen Naomi's brother posted. So this is what Gist Lover posted. Gist Lover says, Queen Naomi's brother Gbero shares the Ooni of Ife after part of the palace got burnt. This is coming after a bad land deal between the king and Gbero, which led to locking of Gbero in the cell. So this was the interpretation that Gist Lover gave to this particular post. So later, something happened. It started to trend. This particular thing that Gist Lover posted started to trend. And guys, believe me, Gbero decided to talk again. I will be showing you guys what Gbero said concerning what Gist Lover gave as an interpretation of what he wrote. But in that Gist Lover's post that he made concerning Gbero, hey guys, come and see comments. Come and see comment. People were calling them names, calling the family of Queen Naomi names, saying that they are ingrates. Some even went ahead saying that Ooni made the family of Queen Naomi popular. You see a lot of heartbreaking things that people were writing there. But this young man has later come out to say that this thing that Gistlover is saying is not the truth. That God knows that he didn't say these things to mock Ooni. So guys, when I saw this, when I saw that disclaimer, as I started to feel bad, I was like, what if this guy was not referring to Ooni? I'm not trying to cite anyone, because if he was actually referring to the king, he wouldn't have written the disclaimer, number one. He would have decided to keep calm so that people will keep assuming. Yes, but he went out of his way to write that disclaimer. So guys, before we go ahead, let's just see how he disclaimed that particular post that Gistlover decided to hook on his neck. And this type of thing can actually bring issue. Yes, if he does not write this disclaimer, it can also bring issue between the family of Queen Naomi and Ooni. And if you guys can remember clearly, that Queen Naomi's family, they've been trying their possible best to stay clear from the palace gist. Because according to Queen Naomi, she said that she has a lot to say concerning what she passed through in the palace. But she's going to say this particular thing when God permits. So before we go ahead, guys, let's just see Queen Naomi's brother's disclaimer. So here comes it, guys. So looking at the screen right now, this was the disclaimer from Queen Naomi's brother. And he says, at Gistlover Grand Media House, God bears me witness, I will never write a post bemoaning the incidents that happened at the palace. This is completely a coincidence. The post was not directed at the palace or KBSC. Most definitely not. So this was his own response based on what Gistlover posted. So guys, there's something about social media. A lot of people, they will look for an opportunity to make something trend, especially to put someone in trouble. Because I can remember clearly when Queen Naomi did her birthday, she wrote something that she gave a devil punch on the face, and a lot of people started to refer that she was referring to the king. God, this is not nice at all. It is not nice. Because as for me, in this my social media work, I will always stand at the side of the truth. And based on what I say is what I will still say on, and not on people's assumptions. So these are the type of things we see on social media, and we should all be careful with what we're listening to. So guys, before we round up, Queen Naomi, I know, has a lot to tell us. Yes, she has a lot to tell us, because at this particular program, I listened to it. When she speaks, you know that she has a lot to tell us. So I wouldn't even go ahead assuming the things she wants to tell us. But I know that one day she's going to tell us all those things that she wants to tell us concerning all she passed through in the palace. The other thing we know is this. She said on her own, she said this particular one, guys, that she's single and bride waiting to be dressed. So she knows that definitely one day she'll be getting married. And she says she's not going to come back to the palace again because the palace is already filled with a lot of women. So I'm referencing this particular things right now because these are things that she said, not based on assumption. Understand? This woman has left the palace, and to tell you guys the truth, it is not an easy one being a divorcee. But in everything, we keep praying for Queen Naomi. We pray for Ooni. Let the peace of God, for the sake of their son, dwell amongst them. Because a lot of people that are trying to bring up issues between these two, it will not be an easy one. For the sake of that boy, we should all stay clear on what will bring these two to have issue. We should stand on the side of the truth. So guys, I think I'll be stopping here. If you've not subscribed, click on the subscribe button. If you're watching through Facebook, please click on the follow button. Do have a nice and beautiful day, guys. Bye.